Hey everyone, it's Tainted here, and today I'm bringing you Hydroid, and a fun build I have for him to play in pub as well as late games with your clanmates. Now before that, I want to go through an overview. Now his first ability, the Tempest Barrage. This barrage is enemy from the sky, and the change in this is now you can channel it, and if you channel it, you saw a small blue marker that comes below. Um, when you're doing that, it gets more duration and damage when it's fully charged, of course. His second ability, the Tidal Surge, it's a small drag-like effect. Like it drags all the enemies in front of the Hydroid and throws them away. And this is one of my favorite ability, the Undertow. Now, what Undertow was and what it is now is a big difference, like heaven and earth. It's that big of a difference. Now, why am I saying this? Because Undertow had a huge change. Yes, it used to deal finisher damage. I'll tell you this. Now it deals impact damage because when it was finisher at the start of the rework, it was too overpowering. Now, what the changes came to Undertow is it not only deals percentage damage or percentile damage to enemies' health, which stacks up as more enemies get inside and as long as the enemy stays submerged, but it all you can also drag enemies towards the Undertow and cast your first and your fourth, I mean, of course, your first, fourth, and second while being undertowed. Now, if you cast your second first, as you saw, it drops a barrage. If you cast your second, it's gonna be useful for traveling while being undertowed. And if you cast his fourth, which is there you go, the Kraken, um, it deals 200% more damage if I'm not mistaken. Now, his fourth did get changed as you can see. It's more graphical. It deals a bit more higher damage, but I still don't, prefer his fourth over his third anyways. I mean third and first combo. Now his fourth did get changed, and as you can see, it's all same as Tempest Barrage, castable and channeling. Now if you're insta casting it, the range and the tentacle will no not the tentacle. The range will depend on how big, how much range you have on your Hydroid, and tentacle will still remain same, which is 10. But if you're channeling it, and he this mm, stupid Kraken doesn't like me. Sorry, I got distracted. Sorry. Yeah, and if you're channeling it, what happens is it gains 300% more range, as well as it spawns more tentacles. Now, this was all the overview about his abilities. Now let's go and show you my build. Now let me show you something. The Tempest Barrage. See, I don't know if you can notice there's corrosive proc, but that is because of corroded. What was it? Corroded Barrage, and I'll tell you that that's really fun to use. See, as I said before, throwing and ragdolling enemy with Turtle Surge. Trust me, it might not look fun over here because I'm falling down, but in theory it's really fun to use in closed areas or missions, just for CCing purposes. I mean, hmm. Hmm. Did I forget anything to show you? Huh. Let's check my build appearance. No, am I supposed to show you how sexy I am? Oh no, right, I forgot the main reason for the video, my undertow and the corroded barrage build, of course. But before that, let me show you something. Like, look at me, I submerged the enemies. I'm dealing a lot of damage. Anytime they will die. That was a bit embarrassing. Uh, oh god, why am I embarrassing myself? Now, I was just joking. Now let me show you the corroded barrage on top of undertow what it does. I don't know if you can see the damage, but it's going up by 29k each second. It went from 10k to 29k to 30k, and then boom, it's dead in few seconds. See, this is the combo I was talking about, the Corroded Barrage and the Undertow combo. Now, here's what you need to know. After the rework on the Undertow, you can do status effect on the enemies in the Undertowed, which is Undertowed, sorry, in the Undertow. You can damage it, or well, not you, I would say your allies can damage it. Kraken don't work on submerged enemies. But anyways, you can pull enemies now. See, it's really fun. Trust me. The build I have, so such a big range, it's so fun to use, and especially with Corroded Barrage, when you use it, it strips away the armor. And this is what was the nerf. As I said before, I don't know if you noticed, it was doing finisher damage, which bypasses armor if you know. Um, since it's doing impact damage, it cannot bypass armor. So what do? We need a kind of substitution. So who cares they put impact damage? It's still percentage damage, right? So what we did is, or at least what I did, is I put Corroded Barrage in my build. So it will remove the armor of the enemies. Now, as you can see, this is my basic build. I went for really high range, like 235 range. I think I can go higher range, but I wouldn't prefer it because I do want to have a decent amount of power stone to, get that high multiplier. Now, corrosive projection, it's not always needed. If you're going in a pre-built squad or pre-made squad, if you have for corrosive projection, you could, in theory, or not in theory, you can actually replace Corded Barrage with Augur Secrets, or what's the other one? Augur Reach to get more reach. But it depends from player to player. For me, I went from high range so I can pull enemies from far away, so I can drown a lot of enemies nearby. Yeah, I know, I like to drown people. It's not sadistic, it's just me. It's just the build about it. It's the beauty of this build. So this is the build, and I'll tell you this, it's really a pop friendly build, cause you're not trolling your allies by keeping the enemies alive. Even though, as I said before, they can still kill it, but mm, you're still helping everyone out. Ooh, a small thing to note down. Auras like Arson XMS, slows, I don't think it works on allies. I mean, not on Hydroid if it's submerged, but, but. Leech Eximus drain will still affect you. So be careful if you have the Leech Eximus guy near you or in your puddle. You really want to kill him off as fast as you can. Because if that shitty guy is alive, your energy will be drained like hell. So I hope you like my build, and I hope I was a bit funny, because that's what's my aim about the video. But you know, I'm just a starting YouTuber, so I hope you guys like the video. Leave a comment of a build you have that could be better than mine, and I would look into it. So, CNR as people, and as a bye, I give you Kraken.